this feeling, baby, we're invincible.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Notts County. As always, if you are enjoying the save, drop a like on the video, that'd be tremendous. Today we're starting on the page of Jeppe Haver, the young Danish player who I had high hopes for. But unfortunately, it didn't really turn out that way. That being said, still playing for our underage side. He's doing all right. 5 goals so far this season, putting in some solid stuff. He's scored a goal in the stupid trophy no one cares about, so you can't really fault him for that. But before we get into anything else, it's the start of the week, so it's time to thank new patrons. This week, it is Chris Childers and Ryan Hollinshead. Thank you so much, guys. That is really, really generous of you. Like I said, I always feel like, all right, that's the maximum number it's ever going to reach. Every time I get a new one, I don't know how to say how thankful I am. Honestly, it's crazy. It keeps the channel alive. And can I just say, on Monday mornings, one of my favourite, I really look forward to logging on and reading the comments, which is something I never would have said back before I stopped, that period before I stopped doing YouTube. My least favourite thing was reading the comments, because the channel kind of blew up in a weird way where I felt like the community I originally had was lost. And I had a lot of very pedantic, nitpicky comments on every single video. This is back on Midtjylland, by the way. And as part of one of the reasons I actually stopped doing YouTube in the first place was because the comment section became so toxically negative to the point where it just became pointless. And I'm so glad that on this sort of second go round, it's just so cool. Plus, bloody hell, you guys make me crack up so fucking much. And it's really, really pleasing. So, there's going to be a lot of that today, because obviously there's a big gap over the weekend where I don't read them, and then I come on a Monday and it's just a big plethora of them. So we're going to be going through some today, but over the next 3 episodes really, because I've got 3 to record today. It's time for Stepanek to go. Finally, someone brought it up. I wanted him to go in the summer, but did not dare mention it in the added time video. So with Thomas Stepanek, obviously this was before he had that insane performance in the last episode, but he's so inconsistent that it does cause problems. And I do believe, though, partly the reason he does the things he does is because of his attributes are almost too good in certain places. It means that he's less likely to cross the ball because often he's already gone past the defender, so he gets too close. And I feel like that's not really the play. It's part of the fault of the game. And I wonder if some of the PPMs have an effect on that too. Thing is, we don't have the money to replace him right about now. And I'm not sure what I'd replace him with anyway, because of the attributes he actually has seem to suggest he'd be good. I don't know. I'm content to stick with him for now, but I want to see how he does over the course of a full season. AI transfer system in my Union Berlin save wanted £80 million for Hamburg's 15-year-old prospect, only to sell him to Bayern for 3 days later for £2 million. Yeah. Sometimes, though, I do find this works the other way. I've had them sell to me when other teams have bid more money, but it might be because I'd offered a more lucrative contract. But there's no way that Saints offered more for that player than I did. What the hell are you doing at 2:01? Yeah, a lot of people notice that. I usually am pretty meticulous when I review my videos before putting them online. I always watch them through. And somehow I miss that. Essentially, what I'll do is if I'm early in the morning, I will clear my throat quite harshly just to try and get it all out quickly. And I must have just left one in the video. So it's just this random bit of me grunting in between sentences and just like breaking character briefly. It's a strange one. Right. We've had some off-camera games, and I kind of wish that we had actually played the Liverpool game in a live com. You'll see why. Because we only went and bastard one at Anfield. I think this team's really coming together now. Even people like Darren Lever are starting to play really, really well, and it is brilliant. Also, what is it about Friday afternoons? When it happened last Friday too. I play Friday afternoons, and all of a sudden the results are just there. But Friday mornings, they're never there. Weird one. They took the lead through Pierre Chowry. Easy goal for him, really. Put to the back post, and he was just there to slot it home. And I thought, well, we've done okay. Created some chances, but it wasn't to be. But then we got a bit of a lucky break as the ball ricocheted into the path of Issa and Peppo off the bench, I believe, to give us an equaliser. And I thought, hey, a draw at Anfield. That's a good result considering our results. And then, oh my goodness, what a moment to score your first ever senior goal. Sean Lancaster wrote his name into Notts County folklore by coming out with an 87th minute volley to win the game at Anfield for Notts County. What a result this is. Truly phenomenal. And Suarez was excellent too, because Liverpool still had a decent number of shots, but just insane. And then just to add to the fact that Thomas Stepanek has been on fire recently, he gave us a lead against Brighton early on. They then won back through Alfredo Morelos, completely our fault. Defence parted like the Red Sea. Was not great, but we still played phenomenally well. Remy Dubois is having one of the seasons of his life. I don't know where he's come from this year. He's got more assists in the first half of this season than he has in his entire career for Notts County in the league, to give you an idea of where he's at. And I believe he obviously set up one of the goal, and Jean Carlos set up the other one with a lovely ball as Stepanek rose through again for another one to give us a victory away at Brighton. That was not an easy game to win. They were 9th in the league coming into this match, and to get another away victory, stupidly important for us. Even Jean Carlos is playing well now. And then all of this just culminated with an absolute thrashing of West Bromwich Albion. Finally, the Son of War broke back into life there with a goal, but he also grabbed 2 assists on the night. Jean Carlos grabbed himself a brace today. He didn't amazingly win man of the match in spite of that. A goal for Nicolas Jespersen and Gael Perrier. That was the 2 assists that Guerra got. But still, 3 open play goals on the night. Absolutely fantastic performance from Jean Carlos with a brace and an assist. He's really stepped it in to the fold. And a 5-0 whapping, that's a great word, of West Brom. And all of that leaves us 5th in the Premier League with 27 points on the board. All of a sudden, we've won 4 in a row in the league and look not unstoppable, but a lot more where we want to be. We're 7 points clear of 8th place Newcastle now. I think there's very unlikely that we're going to need to finish 6th to get into Europe this year. So really, we're already 7 points clear of where we want to be, which is phenomenal. Actually, we're more in a Champions League battle right now. Goal difference is back. We're scoring loads. We're just looking great. And also, look at this. Remy Dubois, 5 assists this season in 13 matches. He has 5 assists in like his previous 70 games for Notts County. So this year, he has been absolutely on fire. But all in all, just what a start to the year we are having. Hopefully it will continue. But once again, for goal scoring, we're the 2nd highest goal scorers in the Premier League again. We've really pulled ourselves back up to that one. Defensively not been quite as strong in places, but nevertheless, just phenomenal stuff. And all of this has been without certain players too. Darren Lever has finally found himself in this squad playing well, and I don't know what's changed, other than I think just cohesion. So today we play Villa. Obviously Hubenov's out. Slight problem with Chowdhury. Is Santana back now? Ooh, he might well be fit enough. Sort of. But you can see, average rating, Darren Lever is on a 7 at the moment. Jean Carlos, 7.17. Paulo Asman is really the only player that's underperformed for us this season in terms of our midfielders. Although Silla probably has actually been worse, so I think I'll stick with these 2 in the midfield. This lineup is flourishing for me. I'm not going to start Santana today. I'm going to have him come off the bench. I'm actually going to leave everything else completely untouched, to be honest, because I don't want to jinx it. It's a new day, and it's a 4-4-2. I've turned off tight marking on strikers because I think that's what was causing those weird problems. So hopefully that will assuage that a little bit, but I'm still concerned. But nevertheless, we've still got to put on a performance today against Aston Villa because where are they? They're 14th in the league. We're on an incredibly good run, look unbeatable, but I'm concerned about us playing against 4-4-2s. Maybe it's only 4-4-2s played by really good teams. Maybe that's the difference. Joao Pedro. Good block, and Guerra could get this. He doesn't, but now the space for Stepanek. Oh god, where's the run? Jean Carlos is through. He's got to shoot, and he does shoot, and Dahlberger makes a stop and actually don't even concede a corner. I'm going to adjust our play to the wide areas because I just don't think it's really working for us at the moment. Otavio. Stings. And Lever can get it. There we go. Go on, Darren. Guerra's pulling out of his way. I think he's just distracted the defender. Lever's into the box. Can he pull it back for Alberto? Great save, Stepanek. Oh, he's offside, surely. No. Dubois is having a rare off day, but we've definitely got better since we switched to the flanks. Maybe that's the plan against the 4-4-2. Fernandez. Jean Carlos. Go on, Fernandez has got one hell of a cross on him. Jean Carlos. Lovely space, and Stepanek. Oh, he's put it in on the rebound. Notts County 1, Aston Villa 0. I'd say we probably deserve that based on the way we played towards the end of the half. And by the way, Thomas Stepanek now onto his 7th goal of the season. It's like, now that everyone else in the comments is criticising him, he's doing everything to prove them wrong. I don't know how he's bundled this into the net. Oh, that's just fortunate. Keep criticising him. Right, in the comments, shit all over Thomas Stepanek. Do it. Notts County 1, Aston Villa 0. Massive goal from Steppers. Exactly what we needed. Lever's actually been poor, but I've seen some things about him that I actually quite liked today. We've much been the better side. This is beautiful. Nearly an hour gone, and Villa have not had a shot on target yet. Our defensive side of things has really seemingly improved, which is nice. Alberto, I'm concerned he's going to lose the ball here. And finds Fernandez, who is really starting to grow into a role on that side as well, particularly against the weaker sides. If we were 2-0 up, I'd bring on Troffin, but I just don't... Yeah, I'd rather have Mpepo up top to give us a slightly different approach in the air. 72 minutes without Villa having a shot on target is definitely a good sign for us. Santana and Mpepo. He's got Stepanek into the channel. I don't think he's going to be able to find him. He might. He's been hacked down there, and that might be a red. It's a huge red card for who? It was Will Hughes just got sent off. Against 10 men now, who haven't had a shot on target, we need to just see this game out at 1-0 and be off with it into the night. But that being said, I think we've comfortably deserved the win once again. Celso controlled the match. It's not a 5-0 trashing like it was against West Brom, but it's still a good performance. Dubois, Jean Carlos, maybe a late 1 or 2. Stepanek, Jean Carlos might fancy it. He does go for it, but Dahlberg's there. I love how now that Villa are down to 10 men, they've woken up and had some shots on target. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough, but we really did not make the most of it. And yeah, once again, the old teams get better when they have 10 men one seems to be falling true again. Athman with the header on target. Comfortable victory today, despite the scoreline not really reflecting it. But Thomas Stepanek has once again won us a wonderful performance. 7th of the year for him. Notts County 1, Villa 0. Hugely important goal for Thomas Stepanek. Brilliant performance from him. Darren Lever underperformed somewhat, but I think the whole team did well as a whole. Brilliant. Next game. Right, we're back. A couple of little tidbits for you. Stepanek's got 7 league goals this season. Last year, he got a career high of 10. I think if he carries on at this rate, he could be looking at 13-14, which for me would be a completely reasonable amount for a right winger to get for us, and I would be totally happy if he did. Secondly, I had a little look at some of the stats. We are the 6th highest yellow card team this season, not comfortably out in front. Not only that, none of our players feature in the top 20 for bookings. So all of a sudden, we're just doing way better on the disciplinary side, and I don't really know why, because has it just because of the slight change in tactic? I don't know. But basically the same personnel. So, today, we're playing Leicester. We're currently sitting 5th in the league. We're 10 points clear of Watford and Newcastle. It really is just a big 7 breakaway, and we are actually a part of the big boys this season. No draws on the board, 10 wins. We're right in... Frankly, we're basically in a title race right now. We're only 4 points off the top, and we've proven that we can win against teams. We've won 5 on the bounce. We've got a game at home to Leicester today, who are 12th. This is another winnable game. So, changes. I'm going to make one change, and that is to bring my man Santana back in. Obviously, he won't come in as an inside foot. What the hell? It's a personalised role. I hate it when it does that. You make a personalised role and it just changes the original role anyway. Okay, well that's now sorted. So Santana's back in. We've still got all the partnerships. Fine by me. I mean, look at that. Remy Dubois is actually our best performing player this season. Leicester playing a much more traditional lineup. They've got Henry Smith, who signed from Wolves. He's a freaking good player, but he wasn't really in our wheelhouse when we were looking at players. They've also got Jude Bellingham. This is a good side still. And Wilfred Ndidi at right back still. I don't get that. I swear he's more of a defensive midfielder, but they've been playing him there for seasons now. Yeah, and you can see he's very withdrawn. I think there could be some space for Santana today. Part of me thinks that our wide players might actually have a bit of joy against Leicester City today. With a home team, we want to impose ourselves as always, but I do sense that there could be some spaces for us down the wide areas, and Smith doesn't look particularly match fit either. Ball across, and Marin? Well, they've had a shot inside 20 seconds. That's not good. It's taken Leicester 20 seconds to have a shot on target, and Villa took nearly 90 minutes to do so. Alberto, look at him. He's driving through people. John Carlos. Guerra. Asman. Stepanek again. Drills one wide. He is up for it at the moment. Oh, Stepanek. They've pulled the fullbacks right out. Jean Carlos with room. Santana overlapping Alberto. Here he comes. Goes straight past him. Santana. In he comes. Jean Carlos and a good header. Right, here we go. I don't want to force it to the wide areas, really. Not yet. Guerra. And Stepanek! And it's in. It's in. I don't know. I think it's an own goal or something. It's Stepanek offside from the initial free kick. I mean, pretty solid performance again for us. Not looking so great on the creative side of things, though. Oh my god, what the hell? Right, Jean Carlos, here we go. Breakaway chance. Men left and right. And they're just... Wow, he's going straight through them. I don't think he's going to be able to find a shot here. Dubois! Oh, I thought he was going to pull off something brilliant. Santana. Alberto. Ball in, and Jean Carlos with their header over the crossbar. What a chance. I mean, all in all. And it's won by Assman. He's going to go alone, and definitely should. Go on, finish off Paolo. Oh, what a save again. Bellingham. Don't let him... Oh, we've won it again. Jean Carlos now into space. And Guerra. Bit of room for him. It's going to go a bit wide, and he's gone for goal and tipped over by Luis. Just the 8 shots on target, 14 shots in the first half. Ridiculously good performance from us. Remy Dubois is actually having one of those games. Okay, Dubois to take the free kick. Don't know why he's taking it, but it doesn't matter because Celso... Oh, what a ball. What a ball in from Remy Dubois. And Guerra will take this one, and Jean Carlos with the crossbar! I cannot believe we're not in front, but we need to get the victory in games like this. And here we go, won by Fernandes. Go on. Thomas Stepanek's making the run in front of him. I'm concerned he's going to lose it. It doesn't matter, because Stepanek's going to go past his man. And it's saved by Luis again. Uses the space for Alberto. We've got men surging into the box. One of them is Jean Carlos. And it's wide. God, he's got good in the air. Unfortunately, I think all good things come to an end. Guerra's ball in, and it's headed away, and it's put into the back post by Sean Lancaster. Notts County 1, Leicester City 0, and Sean Lancaster is the hero of the hour again. I don't believe this. Great ball in from Guerra. I think it's a defensive header. Heads it to Lancaster, and he's put it into the back post. Notts County 1, Leicester City 0, and the youngster does it again. What a moment for the kid, and we've deserved that victory. I can't believe it's only going to be 1-0 at this rate. Oh, you dare. Brabants. Cleared away, and Fernandes is the one flying out, and we've got 4-on-1. Hugo Fernandes is going all the way through himself. Go on, Hugo. You know you want to, and he's missed. Well, I don't blame him having a crack, but if we lose now, or don't win, I'd like to see more goals when we win games like this, but the point is we are getting the victories. And that really is all that matters in these matches. The creativity is there. Notts County 1, Leicester City 0. Sean Lancaster with it, but Jean Carlos, man of the match. Lancaster coming up massively for us there. What a moment for the lad. He's scored 2 game-winning goals in the Premier League this year. Both of the goals that he scored in his career have both come in the 87th minute and have both won us 3 points. Great stuff. Like, I'll be the first to admit that we've got to do better in those matches and put them to bed, but we're now sitting third in the Premier League and have got 33 points on the board after 15 games. We're on for more points than last season, and at this point, we're in a top 4 battle right now, and only 4 points off the top right, and we've 6 in a row, and we've got Newcastle at home next. It's winnable. So, goodness me, 5... Oh, dear. Right, okay, well, we know what's going to be in the next episode. There is not a shadow of a doubt there. We've got Nottingham Forest and probably Chelsea too. So, yeah, that's good. I mean, it's the derby. Our first ever top flight derby in this save. Away at the City Ground. Is it the City Ground? I think it's the City Ground. This is going to be interesting because I have a horrible feeling we might come a cropper there, but we'll see. I want to get that win over Newcastle next, if we can, to really stabilise us before we go into a tough spell against Manchester United. Got some difficult games to come. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, I really hope you have. What's not to like, really? Drop a like on the video, that would be tremendous. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. As always, hold your gun, capybara. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.